Welcome back to The Hour Continues. I go by the name of Drerawka alongside my man juniorhammon. Man, The Hour Continues got some really good feedback. Episode 1, right off the bat.
Dude, I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It already is cool.
Yeah.
I'm psyched.
This is cool because it's a change in pace, right?
Yeah, man.
It's a change in pace in my life. It's a change in pace in your life. We just finished up the 27th hour with the 420 V Boys,
Yep.
right? That was cool. So definitely check out that episode when it comes out, if this comes out before it. But yeah, man, the feedback that I've noticed is super dope. Thank you to everybody that says they like the logo. I worked really hard on it. And I love it.
You work hard on everything you do for us, man. I appreciate you very much.
I try.
You don't try. You do it.
I know. You always correct me, man. We don't try. We just do.
No, I'm being a douche. You do a great job, man.
Likewise,
we
bro.
Appreciate you. We need your help.
Likewise, bro. Before we jump into the questions that we usually do, how was you went on a paranormal experience?
Yeah.
How did that go?
That you were also invited to.
But I'm too much of a pussy. If you have not watched the episode with Vincent Lords and his crew, you definitely should, because it was intense. We had contact with a paranormal something, right?
Something.
And when that happens to me, and you tell me, yo, let's go do it, but in the dark,
where we're not in anything that's comfortable at all.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm good.
Bro, so we went, shout out Vince Lords. Hopefully he sees this. I'm sure he will. Thanks for having us, man. We're very thankful for you. It was, quickest way I can put it, was me, the wife, Landon, Serena, and Jade. Actually, all of us went. So the whole crew, the whole Highline crew, went to Saltaire and did his Paranoia Experience thing. It was off the hook, man. It really was off the hook. So I think we're going to do a little show about it, I think, later. We'll see what happens. But it was pretty intense. It was like here, but not here.
Yeah.
And in that world. And 30 degrees in there. It was so cold. It was so miserable.
Oh, my
It was a good experience. There's a lot going on. We were in the ladies' bathroom with Bennett that was one of them. You go to different things in the whole venue and use the equipment like we did here, but in different rooms, different areas, different stuff, different equipment. The bathroom was creepy in the ladies' room with all the lights out with her. I can't remember all the name of all the stuff. Man, we had shit going on. It was cool. Marilyn Manson's room was off the hook. Cool.
I was going to ask if you went in there.
We did. It was cool. There was some Hebrew writing on the wall, and Vince was in that room. That was the room he was in. But yeah, he VIP'd us in there, man, and there was like 20 people there or something like that. It was pretty dope, man. But they separate them out into all the different rooms, so it worked out for, the isolation thing, all that. It was cool. It really was cool. So if you guys haven't checked it out, check out Vince Lords. Look at the Paranoia team. You can look him up on just Google it. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And support him. Go out to his stuff. He does a lot of the case cross stuff, all that. Big fan, man. It was big fun.
That's awesome.
Good entertainment. You take with what you want from it.
Yeah.
And I definitely did. So
awesome.
We have a picture. And I don't know. This will drop in time, I think. But me and Landon took a picture in there. You've seen the picture, right? The red.
I haven't.
Okay. I think they're going to put it on Ghost Adventures. They wanted the picture. So they took the picture that me and Landon took. I'll show you. It's in the mirror. It's red. It's creepy. And there's something behind Landon.
Uh-oh.
And Vince he's filming with them, I believe, right now. And they took the picture. So they want the content in the picture.
Creepy.
They might be posting it. So good time, man. Good. That was a great time.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, bro.
Well, should we jump into some questions?
Let's do it. You or me?
I'll pull first.
Go.
I want to give you a chance to talk first.
That's great. That's not what we needed.
Okay, this is the perfect question for you today.
Tee off. Fuck.
Okay, how does a person find themselves?
How does a person find themselves? It's a good question.
That's a loaded question.
That's really deep. That's what I get. I got to be careful here because I'll go in way too deep. I don't know if you ever find yourself. I think my opinion is if you're looking, you're doing the right thing. If you're working, that's how you're finding yourself. Like, I don't know that there's ever I think as we grow, would be the word, as we grow, as we evolve in life and age things, things change, and that's how you find yourself. I don't know. You know, I don't believe that there's a real you. I think there's just all of you, man, and you just kind of just keep going. That's my belief. I don't know that you ever really. It's like, how do you figure it out? I don't believe in that. I don't think there's too many answers to things. I think as long as you're searching, you're doing the right thing. So I don't know. When you're honest with your heart, you're finding yourself. Like, if you feel good, if you're happy and not spreading negative and just good, I feel like that's it. I feel like myself, I've never been more set in my life as I am right now. And it's the scariest time of my life, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you're just balanced and you're okay with your brain, man, I don't know that you can. How would you answer that?
I think it's something similar to what you're talking about, right?
Okay.
Growth. I think you find yourself through life experiences, right? Through trials, right? How those tough times, really, you find yourself in those tough times, right?
That might be why I'm so comfortable right there, right now, because
Yeah.
it's hurting. So same idea.
Yeah, exactly, right? So do you jump ship or do you weather the storm and fight for the life that you know that you want, right? Yeah. So I feel like that's how you find yourself. You find yourself through those difficult times in each stage of your life, right? Because your trials right now at your age isn't the trials that you went through in 21, right?
Absolutely not.
Different trial, right? You went through a trial with having a brand new baby.
Yep.
I mean, like on your 21st. You know
That's
what I mean?
it. It seems it seems like the end of our everything is right then, right? Every problem we have, it's like the biggest problem that's ever happened. If you listen to our kids have said, you know, God, this is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
My God, I need your help. And it's not minuscule at all. In our scope of the world, absolutely minuscule. In theirs, it's the end of the universe. So that's it. It's like everybody's end of their world is always when they have that problem. But they step to another higher level, you know, and just know it's going to be okay. That's my idea of it.
And that's when you find yourself.
That's it.
So don't take the easy road. Because you won't find yourself.
Yeah.
If you really want to find yourself, go through that hard shit.
Yeah.
That shit where there is no plan B.
Yep.
And you have to make it through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, be true to you. Look or don't look. If you know, be open, just be open and then be who you are.
Exactly.
Don't follow.
Yeah.
Not the sheep thing. Fuck all that. Just don't follow things, man. Just do what you do. You've helped us see that very well. Are we good on that one?
Yeah, man. I think that was solid. I think that was a good question. Thank you
that's
to whoever
deep.
said that.
And that's, yeah. I would get them. I would have asked in that one for even one more accurate. I'm a more accurate guy, very logical dude. So even how do you find yourself in XYZ?
Yeah.
That's where you won't get me tripping, is because that's I wanted to go all philosophical right there. If I go Jordan Peterson on that, that's a 3-hour talk right there.
Yeah. Another thing too,
just
guys.
Asking that is a unique thing to ask that. So.
Yeah. When you're sending in your questions, put in your name, put in where you, if you want to, you can leave it anonymous, but we want to give you credit. We want to be like, yo, shout out to Susie from West Valley, or my man Jerome from New York.
And use a different name.
Yep.
Tell us where you're at in the world. That would be dope. Like to interact, and then even the live thing with my wife, where you can call the 801-608-0436 phone number. It's on our, you'll see it there, and leave a message, and we'll actually play it. Yep. I think that'd be cool. Yep. And you can still use your name as, hello, this is Sally, or whatever, right? We can edit all that. Oh shit! I guess this might be for me. Strangest client moment. Ooh. Do you have clients?
I do have clients.
Talk to me.
Strangest client moment.
I've
DJ'd a belly dancer class, and it got really, really sticky. It got really, really.
You DJ'd a belly dancer class.
Yes. So they had an instructor. She was a belly dancer, and she came and did it was a birthday party, but the theme was belly dancer, right? And so she had like all the fucking bells on her hips and everything like that. No, come to find out, at the end of the night, it actually was a swinger party.
Drerawka had to go.
I was out. I had to get out of here. Like, here's your last song. It's time.
So they wanted somebody come bump tunes.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, they had me play like the belly dancing music, like like Middle Eastern Bollywood type. But yeah. And it was dope. It was a fun party. And then once fucking the husbands came, it was like, yo. Like,
it was all chicks?
It was all chicks at first. That was the birthday party was all chicks. And then around like I started at like 7, and then around like 9:30, the guys started showing up, and they started having the paper bags full of liquor. And it was like, whoa, here we go.
Nothing. You don't care to elaborate? That's it? Just got weird?
It got really weird, man. Like, people, like, touching each other in inappropriate places.
Yeah.
It just got really, really weird. It was the first time I ever seen a backyard with a swimming pool here in Utah.
Really?
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty good. They had an amazing backyard. But that was definitely a strange client experience.
Did you go to the end of the thing, or did you bounce early?
No, I had a DJ partner at the time, and he kind of finished out the
Like, bro, I
gig.
got to go.
Yeah, it just got too weird for me. And I don't know why, but I've always been the type, like, I've learned my lesson in being around places where I don't feel comfortable, I don't feel welcome, right? If I don't feel comfortable, I don't feel welcome, there's a reason why I shouldn't be there, right?
And it's going to show, man.
Yeah.
Don't hide it.
Yep. So I had the jet, but that was definitely a strange client experience.
Strange client experience. I don't even know how to go there.
You've told me some shit, so I know you got some shit.
We have so many of them. I have.
From OnlyFans to...
we have... If you can name it, it has been here. I have a client that is strange. It's strange to me. Is a strange thing. It's weird. It's like, what do you mean by strange? Like, you know, I have everything from, OnlyFans. Okay, here's a good one. I got two. I'll do two of them. I got paid the other day from a young lady, all in $1 bills, because she's a stripper.
Oh, okay.
Hey-o. That's weird, bro.
That is weird.
You don't pay for tattoos in $1 bills. That stack of money was that tall. I mean, that's dope.
That's kind of a flex.
We saved it. We got it in bigger rubber bands. I'm gonna put it like 100 on top and be like,
yeah, I'm flexing.
But that was kind of strange-ish. But I would say the strangest, which is it's normal. It's fine. It's a beautiful thing. But I've never encountered anything like it. Is I have a blind transitioning client that comes to me, a blind man transitioning to a woman that's blind, getting tattooed. That's, to me, it's actually beautiful, but that's strange, I would say, to most people. That's not normal or everyday kind of thing, right?
I bet you they have a crazy story. Like,
it's an incredible story, and I think we're gonna get her. I believe we're going by her now.
Okay.
On the show, and she's gonna tell her story. She's in an car accident. It's horrible. Beautiful story. Really cool person.
So she used to see. She wasn't born blind.
Nope.
I think that would be a super hard
horribly
thing.
Disfigured, not horribly, a disfigured side of her face. The eye comes out and everything. But man, she's so cool. So that's where I've had you name it. But that's pretty strange, bro.
Yeah.
Why would you answer that? Why would you be tattooed if you can't see? Why would you be
maybe the feeling?
Interested in? Think of the trust factor there.
Yeah. How do you know?
This woman takes a bus. It gets deeper from 40 miles, 50 miles south, rides a bus transit thing up here that brings her here. We help her. We take her up, and she was recommended here from somebody else that didn't want to work with her because they were scared of eyeliner. So I did eyeliner on her first, just kind of tattooed, and then it just evolved into this friendship thing, and she comes often.
Wow.
It's cool, man. So that's
awesome.
actually super cool to me. It's not strange, but that is strange. Does that answer it pretty good?
Yeah, of course.
But you name it, we got it. We got OnlyFans people here. We got huge YouTubers here.
We need to start the OnlyFans for the podcast.
For real. You send it, man.
We do it butt ass naked.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, so I got a paper here. This is
anonymous, damn it. But that's fine.
This is anonymous as well.
Okay.
Where do you get inspiration for your metal fab artwork? This is specific.
That's for you, Dre.
I'd never done a piece of metal fab artwork a day in my life.
Inspiration for metal fab work. Where do I get it?
Yeah. Where do you get your inspiration from?
Where do I get it? Where do people get inspiration?
I get inspiration from life.
Yeah, that's so loaded, man. These are deep. Like, I'm just inspired. I am inspired. I think I don't search for it. Is that weird? I look for reference, but inspiration, yeah, I guess that's a weird question, man. That's cool. Why did this even come out of my head? I don't really know. I'm just into this vibe stuff, but I'll build a beautiful soft painting rose, you know what I mean? So inspiration for that, for any of my work, metal work, is just completely out of my head, and that's just so everywhere. I'm such a random 10 million different thing guy that I think that shows it. It showcases that, I would think.
When you were hanging from helicopters, did you ever think about this stuff? Like, did you ever, like, while you're in the helicopter or hanging from fucking the power line, were you ever like, man, that'd be a cool creature to make or something?
Yeah, because I did that. I had the creativity part of that even back then. So yeah, I would look at helicopters and being hanging from, like, God, I could do that. I could make that. It's called, like, the Jesus nut is what it's called, on top that holds all the rotors on. I'd look at all the stuff up there and be like, God, I could do that out of hose, and I'm always doing that. So yeah, that's a better way to even go, is when I see different things, I can picture how I would recreate that in a fake world, like fake, right? Like this. Mm-hmm. I can make it, I could use this hose for that. I do that for sure. So just life. Like, I think you answered it even better than I could have. Life just gives it to me. I see it everywhere. I break things into weird little groups. But when I start building stuff like this, it just, lack of plan is better for me.
Because you make all your creatures from scrap metal, right?
Absolutely.
So as you're building it, do you look at, like, your scraps and be like, okay, yeah, I could put that in there?
I've tried everything in the world, and the best thing, I've tried laying things out. I've tried sketching things out. I've tried writing them on the board and having an idea. I've tried looking at pictures and getting ideas. I've tried, you name it, I have tried it for this kind of stuff. And the only way it ever gets done, the way I like it and I'm okay with it, because I never love it, is 100% off the hip. Not even, I'll just grab, like, the base. It's a saw blade.
Mm. Oh, yeah, it is.
Flip it over, it's a saw blade.
Nice.
So that's where I find the fun in it. This is a hose thing. Like, I just start going for it. And I don't even know how to explain it, man. You'd have to just watch. You'd have to film me doing it one time and see it. It is insane. There's no plan. That's the plan. There's no plan. The inspiration is just this head that don't turn off.
Just lives in you.
Where do you get inspired to do? It's just life. Life inspires you, right?
Yeah.
Everything around you. People inspire me.
Yeah.
So inspiration for anything is just, I think you're just happy to do stuff, create.
Yeah, I think it's about being aware of your creativity as well, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, looking at certain things and being like, you know, how can I make this me, or how can I make this dope?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be something as simple as, it's the same thing that we're doing right now, right? Something as fucking simple as a conversation. That's all we're doing right now.
Right.
Right? But we find different ways to make it look dope, right? Visually, audio, right? Adding questions to the mix, right?
Yeah.
Versus if we're just in a room talking.
I think you nailed it. I almost stopped you. You said a perfect word that it captured everything. Different. Mm-hmm. Different is the key. Not like anybody else. Like that. I think that's the answer to everything. I think we bring all that in everything we do, even with all of this.
Word.
That's definitely fucking different.
Yeah, it is.
So inspiration for that, and everything inspires me. That bottle, I can see it being something different.
Yeah.
I don't think people are often wired that way.
A bottle of wine.
Thank God they're not. Trying different things, though, constantly doing different things for me is crucial.
Yeah.
I have to, that inspires me for sure. Was it my turn?
Yeah. I pulled that and read that. I feel like it's like a message in a bottle every time we pull it.
That was rolled up like a joint, bro. Okay. At what point do you give up on someone addicted to drugs or alcohol? Damn.
Shit.
Fellas, thank you.
Yeah. At what point?
No, it's anonymous again. At what point do you give up on someone addicted to drugs or alcohol?
When you've tried, because I have experience in this, right? I've had experience in my experience, it came from the point where I led with heart, and then I led with logic, right? And when you notice a person isn't helping themselves, and you start to be penalized for somebody else's mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have to. If I bring you into my home, I shouldn't feel uncomfortable in my own home. right? That was me leading with heart, right? So now I need to lead with logic. Logic says that, hey, I gave you an opportunity. You're still fucking up. You need to go figure it out now, right? So I feel like once you lead with heart, and then once heart fails you, you lead with logic. And logic says that if they're not going to help themselves, then you can't, right? In my experience. So that's where I would give up. And it's not even giving up. It's really putting things in a right now moment, right?
Yeah.
Right now, you're not helping yourself. I've tried. I've exhausted everything. Now you need to figure it out.
How do you help someone that's addicted to drugs or alcohol? How do you even help them?
I think you acknowledge it, right? You ask him, hey, I know that you're addicted. You've come to me. Typically when that happens, they're coming to you, right?
Yeah.
And then you have that conversation. And I feel like if somebody is, because I've seen it. I've seen my friends. I've had friends turn around. My own sister, she turned her life around. She was an addict. And she turned her life around. God rest her soul. She passed away, but she was on the up and up, right? Yeah. And I feel like if a person really wants to take that step and really wants to own it and say, I'm done with that life, then I think that's the starting point.
That's a tough one too. At what point you give up? Is that what it said, right?
Yeah. At what point do you give up on somebody addicted to drugs and alcohol?
I'm way too logical. What does giving up mean to me? See, so never. I don't give up on anybody would be my answer, but I don't have to. I will absolutely not. I won't deal with it, period. I've been there. I was very addicted to alcohol. I don't like labels. I don't like at what point you give up. I don't give up on anything. I just shift. I will shift. I'll pivot. It's one of my favorite things is I'll pivot. So I don't. If I have somebody in my family, it doesn't matter in my life. I have plenty of people in our life as well. People very, very close to me that are extremely addicted. At what point is it my problem? I don't know. I don't think it is. So being there myself, being very addicted to alcohol, the only way I think people truly can do it is to do it themselves, period. That's my belief. So give up isn't, I don't know. Is it like if your old lady's just on something, she can't shake it, you just leave? Is that giving up? Or is it, I'm done? What does give up mean? I think there's so many angles there. Yeah. Giving up, I'm not going to give up, man. I'm here. I'm here for you if you need something. But I absolutely will not stand for any of this. I won't support you. You're not allowed here. If Dre shows up with meth, Dre's going to do meth. Dre's leaving. Yeah. Come back, please. If you're on meth again, don't come back till you're sobered up. I don't know. See how who knows? I don't give up, man. I just do your thing, and that's tricky, bro. That's tricky, especially when it's somebody you really, really love. But I think the word, I'm struggling for the words, but when we coddle or aid the behavior of, it's almost when you force people to stop and you tell them you got a problem, interventions, and sometimes that's very, very counterproductive, man. Yeah, man. They got to hit their rock bottom. Well, I think the only way you get through something is here. And I think too much supporting of some of these people is detrimental. Yeah. In my experience, I had to see it. You can't tell me anything, right? Yeah. So it kind of depends on the person. Fucking it's sad, man.
That's where I was saying it's not me giving up. It's them not caring, right?
No, I liked you.
I put it back. I put it back on them because when you lead with heart, you're doing everything you can for said person. Totally. Right?
Totally.
And then when they don't take that and they just continue, to bring meth around or whatever, then that's where, like you said, I'm not going to enable it. I'm not going to, me just letting you come around like everything's okay enables you.
But that would be, giving up would be just don't come back. Right. You say it better than I do. I'm very aggressive with it but I would always be there. Yeah. Always there. But giving up, I'm the first one to chop the foot off. Like, no, man, sorry, you're not allowed.
The foot off.
Another fucking violent thing.
I was watching Saw last night, where he cut his foot off.
I love it. That's crazy. Do I need to turn this fucking smoke off?
No, we're good.
You sure?
Yeah, we're straight.
I barely can see you, bro. Are you in there?
I'm in the snow. I mean, in the fog.
So don't give up on people. People love everybody, but don't put up with the shit if you don't want to, man. It's that simple.
Yep. Okay, so this one, is this a riddle? If snow is water, why don't we say it's flooding when we have a snowstorm? Is this a riddle? Hold on.
If it's okay.
If snow is water,
it is water.
Why don't we say it's flooding when we have a snowstorm? Holy shit.
Jesus, that's deep. Was somebody super stoned when they wrote that?
I guess so. Holy shit. If snow is water, because it is, why don't we say it's flooding when we have a snowstorm?
Why do we say it's raining when it's raining? Why don't we call it water falling? I don't know. What the fuck? That one's weird, bro. Because we don't. It's just like the physics question of, did I tell you that story where they wrote why at the end of the test on, I had a pilot, Gus, that was flying us, and he said the end physics to get your master in that thing he was doing was the last question of the exam to see if you've pass or fail. They had to answer one question on the board after their exam, and it said why. Big Y, W-H-Y. That's how you spell Y.
Yeah.
And they had to write an essay on it. He didn't know what the fuck. So everybody wrote these huge essays. This is bringing me to this. And he's the only one that just wrote because on his paper and turned it in and walked out. Because a stupid question gets a stupid answer. He's the only one that passed it. Everybody wrote these huge essays and explaining the theory of everything, and like I would. Sometimes the answer is just answering gets a stupid answer, gets a stupid question. I don't know. That's a weird question. I love it though. Do it. I love the tease. Like, I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, scientifically, right? It's because snow, it's temperature, right? Snow, it goes from, is snow a liquid? It's a solid, right?
It's a solid until it melts. So it's not melting. But that's a good question. It's a great question.
And, but
the water doesn't collect it on the ground. The water goes below ground and goes to where it goes through tributaries, whatever it does. Lakes flood, flooding is wherever water, I would say, goes to where it's that resting point is. When it's overflowed, it's now flooded.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be stored or ended up or whatever. But when it snows, it just is everywhere. It's blanket. That's weird. That's good. That's good.
That is a crazy question.
I like that. Like, we could go deep weird on that.
You're up.
Nobody said they were, huh?
Nope.
Another anonymous one. Do you give parenting advice to someone that may need it? Do you give parenting advice to someone that may need it?
I don't just jump out there and give my advice. Parenting is such a crazy thing, right? Because everybody parents a different way. Everybody has a certain way that they parent. Who am I to say what is right, what is wrong? There's also a generational thing, right? My dad raised me different than I'm raising my sons.
Yep.
And, and I feel like I want to be better than my pops. And my pops is a great man.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to just jump out and be like, yo, you should parent this way or you should do it this way, because I don't think that's my place. Now, if somebody asks me, then I'll give my opinion on the situation and how somebody is parenting. But I just don't jump out the window, especially like there's those awkward moments. Well, there's those awkward moments when you're at the store and shit and the kid's throwing a temper tantrum and maybe the parent loses their shit and yells at them and snatches them up or something.
Yeah.
That's a tough position, man, because it's like, I don't agree with you snatching up your kids regardless. And
that's went from parenting advice to physical shit. We got a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a tough thing, man.
It is. You said it well and didn't even realize it, I don't think, how you said it. If people aren't asking something, they're not going to listen if you tell them something. They're listening, but if I'm not asking, I'm not going to use what you're telling me. If I'm telling Drerawka, and this is how it goes, you should, I get this all day long because I don't sleep. Everybody comes at me with you shoulds. It's cute. I don't listen. I'm not asking you.
Yeah.
So it's like, telling somebody something, they're not going to receive it unless they've asked you the question. That's why kids don't learn in school, because they're not asking. Some of them, right? See what I mean?
Yeah.
If they don't put, so just simply by however it was written, it was, do you, so hear this now. Do you give parenting advice to someone that may need it? How do you know they need it? Right? It's like, what did they do? No, that's not your, that's not your place. If it's physical, like you said in the store, yeah, man. But who are we to judge that may need it, I think we all need parenting advice. Who's the parent? Who's the right parents?
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing, right? It's like, if someone's not asking, they're not going to receive it.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, I think if you're saying somebody needs something, I think you're generating that. What is it? It's the flaws we find in others, it's written in that cupboard. That's why I looked over there. The flaws we find in others often are out in us. If I think Drerawka is the whateverest of or whateverest, I'm actually feeling that in me. So I found it in you. So that's this. If you think someone needs parenting advice, it's probably you that needs the advice, is usually how it works in the little brain world. If Junior's giving so much advice, Junior needs advice.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to find it in that little, validate that right there. That's tricky stuff right there.
Yeah.
The shit talkers are very insecure people, right?
Yeah.
So when you were confident and comfortable, you don't necessarily have to push you on people, it seems.
No. It happens. And
it's like the alcohol thing. It's the same thing. They need advice. Are you going to give it to them? They're not going to listen to you. Quit drinking. It'll triple. I don't know,
shit.
man. You know what I mean? If
yeah.
you, but personality things get weird too. Throw them on this. Where? See?
It's like the preacher's daughter. Don't be going out with that boy.
What happens?
Going out with that boy and getting pregnant.
There's something about allowing humans freedom to fail, freedom of thought, freedom of to be what they are with direction. But raise your kids however you want them to be. But if you're not allowing them, if you tell them every little thing to do, they're not going to know what to do. When they go in the world, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Where's daddy to tell me what to do? That is a problem. Why do birds throw them out of the nest so early? They throw them out. They force them. Kick them. Figure it out. Learn how to fly. Whatever it is, like that thing's going to eat you down there.
Yeah.
The cat, whatever it is. It's trippy. It's like it cultivates a strong human. Advice is sought, not given.
Yeah.
If it's not sought, it's not going to be received.
Definitely.
So,
and kind of to tie it back, that's where a person finds himself.
All of them are tied, bro. It's beautiful. Yeah,
you like
absolutely. Absolutely. I do.
Find yourself.
Find yourself.
That's the code name of today's episode.
And doing all this stuff is going to be helpful, man.
Yeah, man.
And you learn when you teach. And you said it with your father. It was beautiful. You said you want to do better than your father did, but he did a good job.
Yeah. Say
less. Like you're a solid dude. The apprentice better out succeed the master, and that's all that is. You're just different than your father. You've learned some. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Yeah.
Like Jade being such a great tattooer over me, humbling.
Yeah, she's dope.
So it's like, yeah, that's it, man.
Her hair is fucking cool too.
Fuck yeah, it's cool.
Rainbow, that's so dope.
She keeps redoing it too. Are we doing one more?
We can do.
Are we over?
Yeah, let's do one more. We're at 30 minutes, but
we can stop. That was
already
beautiful.
opened it. I already opened it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Well, all right. How do you manage creative blocks? How do you manage that fogginess that you get? Maybe I'm trying to expand on the question. How do you get over that creative block, that block in creativity where you don't have that inspiration, or there's something there that you just can't go and create something?
In my life, in what we do here, the absolute amount of things I do cuts that right out. So I'll go from painting for 20 minutes to sculpting to whatever. Doesn't matter. All the million different things I do with stuff, with art, absolutely stops that. And they all feed each other. So I think staying if a writer just writes, you just write. Like when you hit a thing, you hit a thing. I can pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this thing. I'm going to go draw. I do that every single day. So that's why I just love what I what we get to do here, because I'll tattoo for most of the day. I'll run as fast as I can down, hurry and start creating the thing, drop it, right? So I'm always fresh. Everything to me is always fresh because I'm always doing something else, running.
Yeah.
Is that if you got to sit and fuck with one of my things all day long, you're going to fucking end up in some shit or whatever. You know what I mean?
I could definitely
What do you
relate.
think?
It's the same thing, right? With you, it's physically doing all these different things, right? For me, it's all the different projects that I have.
There you go.
I have projects that I haven't even started yet, right? Little by little, I got different things, right? And it's being able to get my creativity out with The Hour Continues. Getting it out on the Isolation 20 podcast, the Unrestricted podcast, the U92 gig, the DJing, right?
Yeah.
Like so many other creative things that I get to just get my creative juices going. And then on top of that, just reaching out to the pod community, just different guys that got things going on, and me being like, hey, what do you need help with anything? Do you have a creative block yourself? Like, how can we open up your mind a little bit? You know what I mean? Like we were talking about it before we even turned these cameras on and shit. Different projects, different things that we can do to stimulate our creativity.
Absolutely.
Because if our creativity is stimulated, we won't, in my experience, won't run into those blocks.
Amen. The more you do, the more you want to do. The more creative you are, the more creative you're going to be. The blocks are, I don't even know what that, I don't get the block. I don't understand even what it would be. Like, do people hit a thing where they stop and they're like, I got nothing? What
I've seen, and even in my own experience, when I was doing one thing, either it got too fucking the same shit over and over, right? And I got creative. I got a creative block in the sense of
there's no excitement.
Exactly. So I feel like when the block, that the whole term block is I can't open up my mind to do something else.
Yeah.
Right. I can't create something else other than what we just did.
Yeah, don't be so vested in one thing. Whoever's writing that, like, don't vest in one thing, and don't be hard on yourself. Says the hypocrite here. I'm the hardest thing on myself ever. Pivot, do something different, make music, go right, do something. Yeah,
I got a question.
Creative feeds creative.
Is it hard to take your own advice?
Yes, I'm a hypocrite, straight up.
I don't think it's just you because I have the same shit.
I admit it. I think I'm misunderstood often where giving advice, I have so much in this little head of mine. When I talk, it comes out exactly as fast as I'm thinking. So I think I'm misunderstood a lot where I'm just a very honest person. It happens up there all day long. And I get offended when people don't answer, or I'm just so human, bro. Absolutely, I can't take my own advice. I know every stupid little answer to help aid people through things, but I learn in that moment. When somebody has a problem, I can help with whatever, coach them through something and structure something for them to help them get through it. And then I turn around and I'm in the same thing. I'm so human. I think anybody that doesn't admit that is absolutely incorrect.
Yeah.
I don't, it's hard to take your own advice.
That's what Amber was saying, right? And she's
Absolutely.
a therapist.
Absolutely.
She's like, I'm all fucked up.
The most beautiful thing, I think, is owning that and saying that to these fine people on this is priceless. And that's where I found all of my value in my life is absolutely admitting. Always tell somebody, don't be afraid to say something to somebody that they would never say about themselves. And that is a solid ass thing to remember.
Yeah.
Say something about you that nobody would ever say about them. And it's comforting. People know you're human. And then it's okay to be vulnerable and put you out there, right? So,
well, here's mine. I'm tired.
I'm tired.
There's so many people out there that's like, no, push through, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, I'm tired. I'm tired.
No is okay.
Yeah.
No is healthy as it gets.
Yeah, I'm tired, but you know what? I'm still pushing through.
Persevere.
You know
man.
why? Because we got one trip around this bitch.
That's it, bro.
Got one trip around this bitch, and what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? When my stone is up, I want people to come to my stone and be like, Dre helped me with this. Dre inspired me to do this. Dre motivated me to do this.
Yeah, man.
My dad did this. My dad was awesome because of this. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's what I want on my stone. That's why I want people to come and say that kind of shit. And if I am just sleeping the day away, that's not what I want. You know what I mean? That's not what I want to get that creativity out, keep them juices flowing, inspire, motivate.
That's why people. That's it, man. How do you have so much energy? Because I use so much energy.
Yeah.
The runner's high. It's real simple. If you use energy, you recreate it more and more and more. Your body's like, it needs more of this. you can, you'll slide out of it eventually and then need a little break. But whatever you're doing, there's more of it's coming. Why do we keep drinking more, doing more drugs? Because you're doing them. Stop.
Yeah.
It's real simple. Like, whatever you're doing, it's going to get more.
Yeah.
Whatever you're putting in here, shit thoughts, you're going to get more shit.
Yeah.
Do good stuff, man, guys. Get creative. Do stuff. If you ever need help with anything, look around you. We're here. You can help with stuff. I help with stuff.
Even just knowledge. Even just telling somebody something.
These questions. They're doing it. I think they love it.
So write them in. We need more. The skull's getting empty. Yeah. So send us your questions at the 27th Hour on 27th Hour Podcast on Instagram. Highline Tattoo on Facebook.
The Hour continues.
The Hour continues also.
Yeah. Oh, is it we do it on both?
Well, no. This is where they can send their questions. We don't have an @ yet for the
got it.
Hour continues.
See, I didn't know.
Yeah. Reach out to me at Drerawka, DRERAWKA for any questions. DM me. You know where to find us. Hit us in the DMs. With your questions, we'll be more than happy to add it to the show. And if you would like to sponsor the show, if you would like to, help us out, definitely reach out to us. We are accepting donations.
Absolutely. And questions. Give us questions. Do the recording ones, guys. Let's do it on the phone. I would love that. We'll play it play it through, and you can hear, and that'd be cool.
Easy thing to do too is send us a voicemail or a voice message on Instagram.
Yep.
It's really easy.
Yep.
We would love it. We would love to play your sweet voice on the podcast.
That's right. And there's a lot of people that I think are getting ready to do so.
Yep. Cool.
Did we crush it?
Yeah, absolutely. Catch me on U92 Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. The engagement is awesome. We just released a new segment called No Hablo yo Español, where our friend Angel from the other side of the Beehive is helping me learn Spanish because I'm half Spanish. I'm half Mexican. I don't know Spanish, so it's tough. It's a tough gig, but it's fun. It's really fun. It's entertaining. So
that will feed creativity as well.
Oh, absolutely. Like, there's so many fucking projects that I'm so excited about. And you know. The Hour Continues is something that it's all of us, right? We need your input. We want you to be involved. As much as me and Junior are behind these mics and in front of these cameras, you're right here with us, right? All these are you.
Very interactive.
You know, so you're with us. So
yeah,
definitely get with it with us.
For sure. How'd we do?
Did great.
Are we good?
We're good, Junior.
You guys know where to find us, guys. Look us up. Thanks, Trey.
Love you, bro.
I love you too, bro. Thanks, guys.